Ladies and gentlemen, in election season, even a death can spark off a political war of words. For the last 30 hours or so, Mukhtar Ansari's death has done exactly that. Yesterday night, the gangster-turned-politician, a known face in UP's crime and political circles, suffered a cardiac arrest at the Banda Medical College. Ever since, his family and the opposition in the state have raised questions over his death. Doctors say it was a cardiac arrest, but his family is insisting it was slow poisoning that killed the 63-year-old Don. The Don of UP, accused in 63 cases and convicted in 14, has been housed in Banda jail since 2005. On Tuesday morning, he had been referred to the Banda Medical College, where he complained of constipation and pain in the abdomen. He was given treatment and then discharged 15 hours later. Now here's the striking part. On Tuesday itself, his brother Afzal Ansari, who is also the MP of Ghazipur, had alleged that Mukhtar Ansari had been poisoned in jail. That allegation was made on Tuesday. His son, Umar Ansari, and his lawyer also alleged slow poisoning in jail. They went to court. 2 days later, Mukhtar Ansari is dead.
जो हम लोगों को पापा ने खुद बताया है उसके मुताबिक यही है कि उनको स्लो पॉइजन दिया जा रहा था, जिसको वो कई बार से माननीय न्यायालयों में बल्कि अब तो सारे देश में सब मीडिया के माध्यम से सबको ये बात जान चुका है कि हम पूरा परिवार हमारा और खुद हमारे फादर इस बात को कहते रहे कि हमें जहर दिया जा रहा है, लेकिन कहाँ सुनवाई।
आज एक विशेष मामला ये है कि मुख्तार अंसारी की मृत्यु हो गई है जेल में। तो उनके बेटे अब्बास अंसारी कासगंज जेल में बंद हैं। तो अब दो विकल्प है उनको उनके जनाजे में शामिल कराने। एक तो शासन चाहे तो स्वयं भी कर सकता है, उनको कस्टडी मिले। दूसरा विकल्प जो है वो न्यायिक है। तो अदालत में जो भी न्यायिक हो सकता है विकल्प, उस पर हम प्रयास करेंगे। कोशिश ये होगी कि कम से कम जुडिशियल कस्टडी में उनको जनाजे में शामिल करा दिया जाए।
Now, it is not just Mukhtar Ansari's family that is saying that Mukhtar Ansari was murdered in jail. There are opposition parties in Uttar Pradesh across the spectrum who are saying as much. From the BSP to the Samajwadi Party to the AIMIM to the Congress itself. Listen in.
संदेह के घेरे में है। तो देखिए, न्यायालय को इसमें स्वयं रुचि लेना चाहिए। अगर जेल में किसी की मृत्यु होती है तो उसकी जिम्मेदारी प्रशासनिक अधिकारी, जेल से लेकर के सरकार से लेकर सबकी जिम्मेदारी है।
अल्लाह जो मुख्तार अंसारी साहब जिनका इंतकाल हुआ, अल्लाह इनकी मग़फ़िरत फरमा दे, अल्लाह इनकी मग़फ़िरत फरमा दे। जेल में जहर इनको दे दिया गया, इनके खानदान वाले कहते हैं अल्लाह इनके दर्जात को बुलंद फरमा। अल्लाह जिनको जुल्म के जरिए मारा जा रहा है, परवरदिगार इनकी शहादत को कबूल फरमा। अल्लाह इनकी खबरों को नूर से भर दे, परवरदिगार इनकी खबरों को नूर से भर दे।
इस तरीके से आरोपी मुख्तार अंसारी की जेल में मौत हुई है, वो उत्तर प्रदेश की भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार पर गंभीर प्रश्न खड़े करती है। इसकी उच्च स्तरीय जांच होनी चाहिए। हाई कोर्ट के सिटिंग जज के सुपरविजन में जांच हो, ताकि पता चले लोगों को कि जेलों में क्या हो रहा है।
Now, post-mortem report is awaited, but Mukhtar's son Umar is saying he has no faith in the Uttar Pradesh government and a post-mortem should be conducted by doctors of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Meanwhile, the UP government has ordered a judicial probe and has sought a report in a month's time. But no one, absolutely no one, is shedding a tear over the Don's death. Certainly not UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath. Remember, one of the many murders that Mukhtar Ansari is convicted of is the murder of BJP MLA Krishna Nand Rai. Listen in.
प्रदेश हो या देश, लोग वही थे, देश वही है, प्रदेश वही है, केवल सरकार बदली और कार्यशैली बदली। आज आप देख रहे होंगे आज यूपी में कर्फ्यू भी नहीं है, दंगा भी नहीं है। आज यूपी में बेटी और व्यापारी दोनों सुरक्षित है।
देखिए, जिन्होंने संरक्षण दिया अपना राजनीतिक लाभ लेने के लिए, वो कुछ भी बयान देते रहे। मैं इतना ही कहूँगा, मेडिकल जांच हो चुकी है, न्यायिक जांच मांगेंगे तो वो भी हो जाएगी, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं। लेकिन अपनी राजनीतिक रोटियां सेंकने के पीछे ये भी तो बताना चाहिए कि आखिरकार इतने वर्षों से जेल में किस अपराध के चलते थे। वो खौफ, वो गुंडागर्दी, वो अत्याचार, वो कौन देता था और कौन संरक्षण देते थे? बताए ना सपा, बसपा और कांग्रेस।
My guest this evening, Pradeep Mahor, is leader of the BJP. Abbas Haider is national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Aaku Srivastava is a senior journalist. Yashwardhan Azad is a former IPS officer. Yashwardhan Azad, I'm coming to you first for obvious reasons. The family and the opposition in Uttar Pradesh are alleging that this is death in judicial custody. Right? That this is an institutional death, this is an institutional murder, that Mukhtar Ansari was slow poisoned. They had suspicions, therefore they had approached the court saying as much on the 21st of March. You have seen the entire sequence of events. Do you smell a rat as well? But because by the end of it, it could very well be a cardiac arrest.
Well, you see, as far as the individual rights of prisoners are concerned, Mukhtar Ansari had the same right. So the question with judicial inquiry, which should be seen very, very closely, is whether due medical attention was given to him when he complained of the sickness. Now, that he said that he was being slow poisoned, there are many traitors, gangsters who have made the same year that their meri jaan ko khatra hai, etc., etc. That's a different thing altogether. But in this particular sequence of events, first, he was in ICU for about 14 hours. And then, he was declared fit. Then he was brought back. Perhaps he shouldn't have been brought back. Then again, after a day, then he complained of pain. And then he went and he suffered a cardiac arrest right in the hospital in front of the doctors who were examining him. So maybe, Banda hospital is not an AIMS hospital or a hospital in London or somewhere where doctors could have worked more to resuscitate him. So, the problem is with these district hospitals, they don't have the best facilities. So that is one part of the issue, which will be seen very, very closely in judicial inquiry. The second part, Shreya, which is a technical thing, when you're complaining of poisoning, there is a toxicology report which reveals whether you have been poisoned or not. And when you're doing postmortem, there is a certain coloration in the skin which says, okay, let's go to preserve the viscera where the final report will come. So, but to make a sweeping generalization that, he was murdered and all that, that would not be fair. But as far as the rights are concerned, I agree. Whether the medical attention was paid in time is the issue to be looked at.
So you're saying this could have been perhaps medical negligence, but to say that this is institutional murder, that this is murder inside jail by slow poisoning, that is a bit of a stretch. And let a judicial inquiry find out. I quickly, before I go to the spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, I quickly want to ask you, the family is saying, look, we, in any case, didn't want a post-mortem to be done in Banda because we don't trust the district administration. Let the All India Institute of Medical Sciences do it. That hasn't happened. But do you think then even asking for a judicial probe is counterproductive, because it is, after all, the Uttar Pradesh administration and the judiciary that is going to be doing this judicial probe?
No, but judicial inquiry, Shreya, brings about a lot of things, because there will be an inquiry in which a lot of witnesses would be there. There'll be the jail guarders, kitne baje aap le gaye the. There'll be the doctors, kitne baje unko laya gaya tha, kya unki sthiti thi. There'll be other people who are watching. So judicial inquiry will give you the complete picture. So there is no doubt that it will be a little more rigorous and it will give you a much, much better picture. But I would still, hope that maybe the order for the viscera for preservation has been given. and a toxicology report has been ordered. In that respect, the poisoning part will also be taken care of. And this part, which we are talking about, the medical attention, that will come out very clearly in judicial because of the timelines and the sequencing. Because, you know, you even have the conversation, the electronic conversation and the times, slip which is given to it. So in that respect, it will be a fully report. So
Correct.
just to, the reactions are expected. But in actual practice today, in fact, Shreya, if I was there, I would have said, order the AIMS doctors can watch the proceedings of the postmortem through video conferencing and see it and make it. There are things which are possible today which can be done. Yes.
But you know, here's the point. He's being cremated today. His last rites are going to be, he's going to be buried today. His last rites are going to be conducted today. And I don't think any of the orders that you're talking about have been given so far. Abbas Haider, you're the national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. We understand this is election season, but why drag a death into politics? Where is the proof that he was poisoned? Yes, his family is saying it, but where is the need for the opposition to chime in as well? कोई proof है आपके पास?
Shreya ji, it's not just about one particular case. It is what has been happening across Uttar Pradesh. See, people are not safe in police custody. People are not safe in the prison. They are not safe with police protection. This is happening across, and the UP Sarkar, the UP government is claiming that there is no crime in Uttar Pradesh. However, I can talk many examples. If you talk about Ghaziabad, the number of murders have gone up by 144% in just 1 year. So this is the state of, this is the condition of Uttar Pradesh. This is what crime, they are rampant across UP. And if you talk about this particular case, Mukhtar Ansari's family has already, claimed they have requested the court. They have given a letter to the court that, the slow poisoning has been done to Mukhtar Ansari. But no action has been taken. He was admitted into ICU, and from ICU, he was immediately discharged. Normally, there is a standard operating procedure that from ICU, a patient is shifted to general ward. But there was no due medical treatment being given. So these are the allegations from the family, and I think these should be taken seriously. It's not just about Mukhtar Ansari or any other person. It's about hundreds and thousands of people who are in prisons across country, and most particularly political prisoners. They are not safe. Even, you can slow poison anyone. They are sitting chief minister, they are former chief minister in the prison. So what's going to happen to them, we don't know. And if you talk about Mukhtar Ansari, he has been legislated.
Mr. Haider, India is not Russia, na?
But we are slowly moving.
He's been an MLA 5 times from Mao, we know that. But India is not Russia now, where prisoners are slow poisoned. The fact is that these slow poisoning allegations have not been made just 3 days ago or 4 days ago. They've been made before as well. Those allegations have gone to court. Those allegations have been investigated. Mr. Ansari had been admitted to Banda hospital not once but multiple times. If there was evidence of slow poisoning, it would have emerged, right? But right now, there is nothing but suspicion. And I understand in this moment of grief that his family has these suspicions, because Mr. Ansari himself has been saying and telling his family that, look, I'm being poisoned. I understand that part. I understand the part where the family is making these allegations. I don't understand the part where parties like the Samajwadi Party and the Congress and the BSP too are chiming in. Again, as I said, proof है नहीं, बोलने के लिए सब लोग बोल रहे हैं.
Custodial deaths in Uttar Pradesh are maximum in the country. In just 2 years, there have been around 1,000 custodial deaths. This is an alarming figure. We must see to it. Government should take action. I'm sorry, the government is not taking any action. Even today, the Bharatiya Janata Party is not ready to face television. You don't have an official spokesperson. None of them have. BJP is not sending the official spokesperson. What is there to hide? This is our question. He has named politician from Bharatiya Janata Party in the letter. He has named senior bureaucrats from Uttar Pradesh government in the letter which has been given to Barabanki District Court. These are the alarming questions, and that is why we are chiming in. We are not putting any allegation. We are just putting it what has been filed by the family and the person who has died.
We have Pradeep Mahar, who's representing the BJP this evening. And I know what you're saying. The BJP is refusing to speak on the issue, but Mr. Mahar has been good enough to join the show. Mr. Mahar, good evening. What is to hide? Mukhtar Ansari, the doctors are saying he's died of a cardiac arrest. The family and the opposition is saying whatever they want to. But if there is nothing to hide, then why aren't spokespersons of the BJP coming on the show? coming on channels and saying that there is no wrongdoing, this is not poisoning, this is simply a cardiac arrest, and accept it.
That's what everybody's saying. No, there are lot many conspiracy theories that are going on, and these conspiracy theories have been cooked up around the criminals. I'm sometimes surprised why are these people siding the criminals. As far as Mukhtar Ansari is concerned, he is a kind of person. He was there in around 65 criminal cases and 16 murder cases, some heinous crimes. And these people, I mean, even as far as Congress is concerned, just think about Ajay Rai of Congress. So Ajay Rai of Congress was shot dead by
नहीं
Mukhtar
उनके
Ansari.
भाई
So
Ajay Rai
are they?
is
Will they be
quite alive.
It's actually Avdesh Rai.
Avdesh Rai? Sorry. Avdesh Rai. So
Ajay
he was also
Ajay
killed by
Rai
Mukhtar.
is the UPCC president. His brother Avdesh Rai was the one who was shot dead.
Avdesh Rai, right? Avdesh Rai was shot dead. So Avdesh Rai means are Congress people, are Congress politicians ready to face the family of Avdesh Rai? Will they be able to face when they are siding such kind of a criminal? Why so much of hue and cry? Why glorification of a criminal? If he was a criminal, he died a natural death. He was suffering from some kind of a disease. Yeah, his family can be suspicious. I mean, there are a lot of issues that family was raising, and it's obvious they will raise. His wife is running away. I mean, police is after her to catch or hold of her. So obviously they will create a drama. But why politicians are creating a drama? Politicians should keep their fingers saved rather than putting their fingers into
Abbas
a criminal
Haider?
system. Only one reason.
Abbas Haider, the charge by the BJP is ठीक है, Mr. Mahor. Abbas Haider, okay. I get you. Let me get a response from Abbas Haider. Abbas, एक मिनट रुक जाइए. Abbas Haider, the charge is why is the India bloc and the opposition siding up with a criminal? He's after all a convicted criminal. In the last 18 months, he has faced 8 convictions, including murder.
See, right to be heard is a fundamental right, and if somebody has been convicted by a court, if somebody there is an allegation, there is a crime case going on against someone, so even then the person is in the jail. He has been in prison for past 20 years almost. In 2000, Samajwadi Party, 2005 Samajwadi Party was in power. We have sent him to prison for the crime he has committed. But that does not mean that the state government should do extrajudicial killing. We have no right. There is this rule of law in the state. There is this rule of law in the country. You should follow the rule of law. But if you try to go against the rule of law, if there's suspicion, and my friend from the BJP was talking about conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory are made, they are cooked up after an incident has happened. But this poisoning thing happened, the allegation is put even before this has happened. So certainly there is something which the Bharatiya Janata Party and government is hiding. But they are not ready to answer them.
Okay. Just also as a caveat to tell our viewers that Mukhtar Ansari's brother is fighting from a Samajwadi Party ticket from Ghazipur. Mr. Abbas Haider, that is the fact, and I think our viewers should know the fact. Can I just get an Aaku Srivastava here? Mr. Aaku Srivastava, you're a senior journalist who tracks Uttar Pradesh. What do you make of the death and the allegations that are swirling around Mukhtar Ansari's death? Look, he's a figure that most people in Uttar Pradesh's political circles and criminal circles know of. And we've known of him for 20 years. He's been notorious. Some people who like him have portrayed him as the Robin Hood of Uttar Pradesh, etc., etc. I want to ask you whether you're surprised that these political allegations are flying thick and fast over his death, and that the opposition and his family are calling this a murder.
देखिए श्रेया, जहां तक सवाल मुख्तार अंसारी का है तो 30 साल इन्होंने राजनीतिक जीवन में लगाए और लगभग 45 साल इनके आपराधिक जीवन के हैं। और आज आलम यह है कि अगर इनको सभी सजा, जो 8 मामलों में दोषी पाए जा चुके हैं, और उनको सभी सजाएं जोड़ दी जाए तो शायद 3 पीढ़ियां भी वो सजाएं पूरी नहीं कर पाए। तो ऐसी स्थिति में जो जिस तरीके की राजनीति उन्होंने की है, 25 साल पहले जो 2005 में तूफान मचाया था, जो कृष्णानंद राय के बाद में जिस तरीके से दंगा फसाद और फिर उसके बाद बंदूक लेकर के पूरा घूमना, और जो हुआ था, कृष्णानंद राय के साथ जब हत्या हुई थी तो 500 से ज्यादा AK-47 से गोलियां चली थी। उस तनाव, आतंक के उसमें उन्होंने अपना आतंक का साम्राज्य ही नहीं बढ़ाया। जहां तक कृष्णानंद राय तो उसको मारा ही नहीं, बल्कि पूरे आतंक का साम्राज्य बढ़ाया। और ये आतंक का साम्राज्य बहुत लंबा चौड़ा है। पश्चिम बंगाल से लेकर के हरियाणा तक का माना जाता है इसे, और इसे रेड कॉरिडोर कहा जाता है। इनके कुछ साथियों के साथ में, जिसमें अतीक अहमद भी थे जो पिछले दिनों मारे गए थे, और भी लोग हैं उसमें। इस तरह से अगर वो होता है तो आज जहां तक सोशली इम्पैक्ट की बात है, तो मुझे नहीं लगता ये पॉलिटिकल गेम प्लान चलता है कि साहब उन्हें स्लो पॉइजन से मारा गया या बाकी और चीजें हैं। तो ये पॉलिटिकल बयान होते हैं जिसकी जुडिशियल इंक्वायरी हो रही है, सब कुछ साफ हो जाएगा। और जुडिशियल इंक्वायरी भी अगर आप इतना ही मानते हैं कि जो है जिससे स्लो पॉइजनिंग की गई है, तो जुडिशियल इंक्वायरी पे भी भरोसा नहीं होगा, फिर उसका मतलब तो ये भी होगा। तो एक इस पूरे प्रोसेस में जो मुझे देखने को आया है और जितना मैं जानता समझता हूँ या जितनी लोगों से मेरी बातचीत हुई है ईस्टर्न रीजन में, उनका कहना है कि कोई बहुत फर्क नहीं पड़ता। और एक वर्ग जहां माना जाता है कि थोड़ा बहुत फर्क पड़ता है, वहां ये कभी रॉबिन हुड नहीं थे, ये डर के प्रतीक थे। डर के वजह से इनको पूरा जो डरते थे लोग, और जो भी वसूली या बाकी चीजें होती थी वो होती थी। इसमें आज किसी को कहने में कोई संकोच नहीं, कोई लुका छुपी नहीं है, कोई और इस तरीके का कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। अब ये है कि ये आतंक का दौर खत्म होगा, लोगों का इंतजार इस बात का है। जैसे कि अलका राय ने दुआ में अपने मन से जो भी बात कही है वो निकली है, तो सामान्य तौर पे आदमी यही मानता है कि बुरे का बुरा ही होता है, अच्छे का अच्छा होता है, और वो एक स्वाभाविक प्रक्रिया मानी जा सकती है। बाकी ये लोग अपने तरीके से कहेंगे ही कहेंगे कि साहब सॉफ्ट पॉइजन दिया गया, या समाजवादी पार्टी की अपनी प्रतिक्रिया होगी
और इलेक्शन सीजन है,
बहुत सामान्य।
and it is election season, so they have to play to the galleries as far as their constituents are concerned, as far as their vote bank is concerned. It is absolutely we should have expected it. But Yuvraj, just coming here, you're joining us on the broadcast as well. The Samajwadi Party spokesperson here is saying it's not just Atiq Ahmed. Look, it's not just Mukhtar Ansari. Look at what has happened before. A year ago, Atiq Ahmed was killed while he was in police custody. There were policemen who had surrounded him, yet two gunmen come and shoot down him and his brother. Before that, it happened to Vikas Dubey. So there's a pattern. And when there's a pattern, questions will be raised.
Yeah, it's good to be back with you, to share the screen with you. The last time it was election season. This time, again, it's election season. It's good to be with you. And for starters, there's a lobby in Bharat. The lobby rejoices the death of Lata Mangeshkar, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Abdul Kalam, but the same lobby that rejoices the death of Manohar Parrikar, Sushma ji or Rohit Sardana, the same lobby mourns the death of Afzal Guru, Burhan Wani, Yaqub Ahmed, Atiq Ahmed and Mukhtar Ansari. Having said that, I was going through the IPC charges leveled on the slain politician come mafia, and trust me, there wasn't any single IPC charge of criminal allegation, corruption, bribery, murder, or criminality that wasn't levied upon him. So he was a hardened criminal. Having said that, I mean, what is the Congress cribbing about? I remember
Yuvraj, of course he was a hardened criminal. But if his family is saying he's being slow poisoned, should that be investigated or not? And when you're talking about a lobby in India that celebrates, that actually celebrates the death of whatever the names you took, there's also a lobby right now on social media that is saying next Azam Khan, next Azam Khan. शक तो वहां से उठता है ना, शक का धुआं वहां से उठता है युवराज।
To be fair and objective, I do not support any such lobby that celebrates any kind of death. The country is run by constitution, but you must also know that Mukhtar Abbas is the same. This Mukhtar was the same man who not only killed Krishna Rai, but he also cut off his shikha. And the famous quote that he has in media is "Ram ko muट्ठी में कर लिया है." क्यों? क्योंकि उसने शिखा काट दी थी. So he was a Hindu baiter. He was a Hindu hater. It is not about a political killing. And when he is no more now, I don't want to speak anything ill against a dead man, but it is, I mean, a national death. We have the medical reports. What are we talking about?
Okay.
And if anybody feels anything, we can have the option of judicial inquiry. But अगर आपको judicial inquiry पे भरोसा नहीं है,
no, the judicial inquiry
तो क्या करेंगे फिर?